Hello everyone, thank you for checking out my channel, Odd Vids for You. I wanted to make this video because I started to ask myself, why are a surprising amount of our planes crashing and no one knows why? No one's really talking about it. My attention was drawn to this subject after hearing about this high-tech Russian fighter jet, Russia's new Su-57 stealth fighter jet, and it crashed about a week ago during a test flight. And I'm sure you guys have probably heard something about it because it made international news. Now, after looking for some information about it on the internet, a bunch of other articles popped up about other plane crashes that have happened within the past 2 months all over the place. Now, there's three things that they all have in common, and I found it kind of odd, kind of spooky. The first, all of them, besides two, were small planes. Number two, they all crashed shortly after takeoff. And number three, no one knows why they crashed. Either they lost contact shortly after takeoff, or they lost power and were pushed to the ground, or actually there's one report of a plane that just simply vanished with a bunch of people on board. Now, we're going to go over these, so check it out. The first one is on November 25th. It's by the Associated Press, and it reports a small plane crashed into homes shortly after takeoff in the Congo's eastern city of Goma, killing at least 29 people, including some of the people in the ground. Now, here's some video right here that kind of talks about it, and I'm also including videos to this report within the description. Okay, the second one is on November 28th. It's on Thursday. City News Toronto reports a small plane crashed and it claimed the lives of 7 people in Kingston, Ontario. No one knows why they crashed. They just suddenly lost power and crashed. Okay, November 29th, Friday, reported by Sky News Australia, 2 killed and a small plane crashed in New South Wales, Australia. November 30th, which is on a Saturday, so these are 3 days side by side continuously. Okay, November 30th, 9 killed in a small plane crash in South Dakota. Among those 2 that were killed were owners of a wellness company, Kayani, founders Kirk and Jim Hansen. And their pictures are right there. I got the link listed below so you guys can check some more information about that. December 2nd, WPTV News reports a small plane crash and lands near a Vero Beach regional airport. No one was killed, but the pilot said they suddenly lost power and they felt like they were just suddenly pushed to the ground. So safely landed, and the plane actually belonged to like a training school for flight. So it was their plane. But more information listed below about that. December 11th, which was a Wednesday, CBC News Radio reports small plane crashes near British Columbia, leaving multiple people dead, no survivors, and they still haven't released why the plane went down. They're still investigating this, and I think it's a family that died in this, including kids. So it's really sad. I got the link below for more information about that. Thursday, December 12th, NBC News reports a Chilean Air Force plane disappears. It disappears within the Drake Passage on its way to Antarctica, and it's a military plane. They lost contact about 6:13 p.m. and it just vanished, and it had 38 people on board. No one knows why. All right, so that's pretty crazy. Not sure why. They're still investigating that. December 21st, which was last Saturday, WCVB Channel 5 reports a small plane crashes in the water, in the icy water, at Twin Lakes in Halifax, Massachusetts. December 24th, Tuesday, which was the Russian fifth generation Su-57 fighter jet, crashed. The pilot was ejected. He ejected before he crashed, and yeah, he was picked up by a helicopter. There's a link below, so you guys can read more about that. And they're not really saying why. So there's not really too much information about that, but it was right before like a plane expedition in Russia. So the next one is Friday, December 27th. VOA News reports a plane carrying 98 people in Kazakhstan crashed, and at least a dozen people killed and 50 injured. And it crashed into like a neighborhood, and no one knows why. They lost power, and it just crashed. Now, this is the next day, Saturday, December 28th. NBC News reports a plane crashed in Louisiana, kills 5 and injures 2 others. Among those killed were a 30-year-old female TV reporter that was on their way to cover the college final football games up in Atlanta that just passed this past weekend. The NTSB is still looking into this. They don't know why the plane suddenly lost power and were forced to try and make an emergency landing on the way to Atlanta, and they crashed in Lafayette. So this last one is the most recent one. It happened Monday, December 30th. WUSA CBS Channel 9 is reporting, according to the FAA, a small plane crashed into 2 Maryland homes. Pilot is killed, and no one knows why the plane suddenly lost power. Kind of crazy. It's been happening almost every week for a month and a half, and everybody that's investigating these reports or these incidents, they don't know what's going on, why these planes are falling. Like I said, they're all small to mid-size planes. They're all small planes. So they're not these jumbo jets. They're small planes. And they all lost power. And they all lost contact. And check this out. None of them actually called for help. They just suddenly fell out of the sky. It's kind of crazy. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for checking out my channel. Please subscribe and like this video. I'm going to upload another video this coming week, so stay tuned, and I'll check you guys out later. Take care. Thanks.